ranking of Disney 100 is 1937 classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, of course, it was necessary to include this since it was considered as the first Disney movie. I almost said DC, but Disney. And what do I think of this movie? It's actually pretty good. First off, the animation for a 1937 movie is very colorful and smooth, especially when the characters move. And the design of the characters look very well, especially with the dwarves and the young evil queen. And I think those two characters are my favorite ones. The dwarf steals the show, especially their hi ho, it's all the man to know song, as well as the hilarious shower scene in which Troop was having shampoo hiccups and Grumpy gets getting bathed up, where their dwarves are giving Grumpy a shower that annoys him. That actually is very funny. And the Evil Queen is a very interesting villain, where she wants to kill the Snow White with an apple, but first she has to age old to before having a poison apple to kill Snow White, and then she successfully did, but tried to kill the dwarfs, but died of a fall. Well, I think, except for my villain, I thought she was really good. And I thought the songs are very interesting, because recent in modern days songs are like more um epic and something to watch. This one is more of a more if we want to listen to it instead wanting to see the song, watch them singing. I think this one we want to watch listen singing. I'm also surprised how long it take the doors to get on Snow White. It took like 50 minutes into the movie, even though they showed up in 21 minutes in the movie, the dwarfs, and they met her at 36 minutes into the movie. But still, one problem with this movie is the prince, because he was kind of useless. It was for one scene talking to Snow White. Then Snow White talked briefly about how she wants him, but it's never seen until the very end, where he brings Snow White back to life and they live happily ever after and go to a castle that looks a lot like the Disney castle that we see at the Disney logo before the movie starts. But it's kind of interesting considering it's been that kind of been set up with when Snow White was playing her evil plan to kill Snow White, where to resurrect the true love's kiss with first kiss wishes, but she ignores it, which is pretty hilarious. So, like I said, I was surprised of that took 21 minutes for the dwarves, because half of it, because the first 20 minutes of it was Snow White was talking to animals, which does funny stuff, especially with the turtle where he has trouble climbing up, down, and up the stairs. And also how the other animals were cleaning up the clothes during the song. That was pretty funny. And yes, yeah, I guess that's my wrap up. So peace out, bye. So the 15th Halloween movie is Predator, the 1987 classic starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Shane Black, Dina, as well as Bill Duke, and the late Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator. And of course it kind of makes sense since yesterday I did Aliens, so just like how I did with Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, I did the same thing with Alien and Predator. And what do I think of this movie? To describe it, this movie is one ugly movie in a good way, because this movie is awesome. So it's about soldiers and going to a jungle to find the hostages, and they only found one, and then an alien is spying on them and quietly kills one of them and rips their skin off, which is very gruesome. Like there, especially that one scene where three dead people skinless. That shit very gross and gruesome. And then the scene where the predator rips off Billy's skull. That's pretty violent. Of course, the music of the film, the theme song, ding ding ding, ding, is pretty cool and thrilling to hear in this type of movie. And the Predator is a very intimidating antagonist, especially when he's spying on them and he kills them in very gruesome ways. And I like how before he could attack Arnold again, he kind of jokes him for a little, and he takes off his helmet and then roars, and then he attacks Arnold until he defeats him. But then a weakened Predator, now weakened, this kind of exploded himself with the last laugh. And and Arnold is still a very great actor in this movie. Especially when he's not speaking that much, even though there's some major quotes. This is of course one of those movies where he like to quote it, such as "You're one ugly mother. What the are you? If it bleeds, we can kill it. Billy, let's go. Dylan, you son of a knock knock." Yeah, and all the actions, the fight scenes, especially that one where they killed a lot of people. The soldiers kill all the bad people, starting to save some hostages that were killed. It's very fun to watch. And then when the predator shows up, things get much cooler and more thrilling to watch. I thought the end character was pretty decent. He doesn't get to do much aside for being a hostage that gets rescued by the soldiers and goes with them for a little, even though they don't get along that much. I thought she was decent. And thought the jungle looks pretty good. And the predator design is very cool and clever. I have seen Alien vs. Predator and Prey, but I have not seen the sequels Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, and nor Requiem. Just in case you don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess those are what I think about Predator. So yeah, peace out. Bye.